coming and hoping to join us via Facebook. They are frustrating themselves and not us. They are doing all they can to frustrate the efforts we are making to ensure that Biafra is restored. The same thing that they did in late 60s, they are doing again today. But they have failed, and they have failed woefully. Therefore, I suggest that everybody should download official Radio Biafra app. TuneIn is carrying this very broadcast live and direct. And there are a whole host of other platforms that are relaying this very broadcast to the ends of the earth. You should not be discouraged. They are doing all they can to frustrate us. They cannot succeed. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Therefore, as I welcome you once again, I ask you to welcome those who are around you, that these our enemies are doing all they can to bring Biafra down, but we cannot let them. This very gospel I will preach this very night. Facebook, they are thinking or they thought in their minds that bringing down our pages, frustrating our efforts will somehow make us to buckle. And the most painful aspect is that Facebook in Lagos is being run by Yorubas. We have made it very clear that our fight, our battle is not with the Yoruba race. If you know anybody, any Yoruba person that works for Facebook, it is in their interest to desist from what they are doing. After Tinubu must have served the North, it didn't stop the Fulanis from coming in to ravage Yoruba land. After the betrayal of the war, it did not stop the Fulanis from coming in and ravaging Yoruba land that led to the rightful formation of Amoteku. Therefore, I say to every Yoruba person who is working for the enemy, after please weigh the consequences of their actions. It didn't stop what Facebook is doing in Lagos is deplorable, it is reprehensible, it is evil, and should not be condoned by any right-thinking person. We must preach this very gospel. I must preach it because heaven has decreed it and it must be preached and preached tonight. They know what they are afraid of. Everybody is terrified of IPOB. They are scared of Biafra. They are scared of the truth. But that very truth we must preach. As many times as they take us down, so shall we rise even stronger. As I said before, allow me to repeat. Everybody must be on Radio Biafra app. Everybody must go to TuneIn. Every platform online streaming this very broadcast, I expect IPOB admin to make sure that the link to receive this very broadcast is everywhere. Because we cannot allow our enemies to succeed. They have not succeeded before, and we do not intend to allow them to succeed tonight. They can do whatever they like. They can never ever prevail over the coming of Biafra. Tonight we preach this very gospel that the world may hear. Their duplicitousness, their heavy-handedness when they dealt with Jonathan, and now wearing kid gloves, when it came, or when it has come to the turn of the Fulani Cabal to rule the sea. All the pressures that are applied when Jonathan was in power by Obama administration and David Cameron, the same Britain, that same Britain, all of it are now absent. And this evening I take you line by line through what is happening, that you all may understand what is happening to you. Because if you do not know what your problem is, there is no way you can begin even to attempt to remedy it. We talk about the state of the murderousness and the damnable zoological republic they call Nigeria, which is a colonial contraption. I keep reminding our people of this every blessed day. If you do not understand that all the problems you're having started from the very moment Europeans came into Africa to create nations for you, if you have not yet understood that, then you are in one very almighty mess. I assure you. Intellectually you are. You are not an intelligent person. Listen very carefully. All I am trying to encapsulate every problem Fulani headsmen poor economic fortune, no good roads, no hospitals, nothing seems to be working. Life is stifled and very painful for those who are very unfortunate to be alive. Even. Your problem is Nigeria. Nigeria is the only problem you have. Nigeria is that demon. Nigeria is that person holding you, not your uncle in the village. Nigeria is that aunt in the village doing witchcraft. Nigeria is the witchcraft itself. Until you understand this as a sane person, you will not be able to solve your problem. That is our beginning. We'll talk about all the rest, the Amotekun, the Hopusodem, and all the rubbish, the killings going on in the zoo that nobody wants to talk about. We'll talk about it tonight as well. I come again and I tell you this. Regarding the state of anarchy and lawlessness in Nigeria, the economic hopelessness, the daily, what I would call political skullduggery, so to speak, fear and terrorism that is tormenting the lives of our people every blessed day. There is only but one simple solution, and that solution is the peaceful dissolution of Nigeria. And tonight I will prove it to the whole world that Nigeria is the problem. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria, that person is your enemy. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria, that person is the demon in your life. Do not listen to your pastors. Don't listen to the preachers around you. The only demon you need to face is not even Satan. The only demon you have in your life, I assure you, is Nigeria. That's the only demon you have in your life, nothing else. Only Nigeria is the demon you have in your life. And this evening, I will attempt to prove it. First of all, I am sure that some of you have your pen and your paper ready. You have them handy. Because you must note this very carefully. I am trying to lay the foundation of the stupidity of Nigerians. I'm trying to build a platform upon which will rest every of their thinking and why it will never ever work. Not in this life, not in the next life, not in the life after. Do not forget that all those that went about in 66 and 67 convincing that Biafra is the problem, Igbo man is your problem. From southern Kaduna all the way to even the coastline of Biafra land, those that they deceived the Yoruba race, they deceived each and every one of you. They told you, Igbo man is your problem, that Biafra is your problem. Today, who is trying to conquer Yoruba land? Today, who are the ones killing us and burning down our villages in Bayelsa? Who are the people who are now driving their cattle through our farms in Akwa Ibom and killing our people? The same people that lied to you that Igbo man is your problem, they are the ones today killing you. They are the ones that want to Islamize you. Do you know why? Because you love lies. Our people love to be told lies. You love lies so much. That is why you cannot stand up and realize that Fulani has an agenda, that some neo-colonialists in Britain, they have an agenda to enslave you for life. You will never come out of it. Instead of it to come out, you are even digging the hole deeper. You are falling into the abyss. Into the abyss. I want to prove it to you. Britain created Nigeria, and that in effect makes, listen carefully to me to what I'm saying. Britain created Nigeria, not you, not Ahmadu Bello, not Azikiwe, not Awolowo, no. Not a Yoruba man, not an Hausa man, not a Fulani man, not an Ijaw man, not a man from Biro. He is not Baggy. This same man is not a Gala. He is not Juku. This man is not from Efik. He is not a Bibio. He is not Igbo. None whatsoever. Absolutely none. Zero. They traveled for over 3,000 miles to come to a place where people already exist with their fine cultures and their tradition. They created something that is artificial and alien. The reason why you're dying today is because of Nigeria. The reason why people are being destroyed today is because of one Nigeria. You must understand this very, very carefully. And I will tell you how that is the case. Because as a Nigerian, you are a product of colonial Africa. You are an inferior human being to Europeans. Because the same thing that Europeans have done in Africa, you cannot do in Europe when you travel to Europe. Secondly, when we talk about going our separate ways for very obvious reason, some neo-colonialists in the UK will be the first. The UK High Commissioner and their friends, they will be the people say, oh, what? I say, because I'm here to preach the truth. I don't care about the consequences. I have been mandated by heaven to speak the truth, and that's exactly what I'm doing. If you have any opinion to the contrary, please present it. That is what I'm doing. Now listen very carefully. Some neo-colonialists will be the first to tell us, oh, stick together. You are one Nigeria. Enjoy your diversity. You have population. Look at China. They have it all. Because China is homogeneous. Almost one people. Almost one people. Isn't it? They have a history and culture stretching back nearly 6,000 years. Isn't it? Are we one people? Is Nigeria made up of one people? They are asking you to stay in one, enjoy your diversity, enjoy your population. But then I ask myself this very simple question. The same Britain telling you to enjoy Nigeria, your diversity, your rich in culture, they should simply open their mouth and say, all of you should enjoy the crude oil and the gas coming from Biafra land. That will be far more palatable. That will be far more acceptable. We can see reason in it. But this lie about diversity, you're diversing with a Fulani headsman that is intent on killing you. You want to discuss diversity with Boko Haram? You want to discuss diversity and rich culture with ISIS in West Africa? You want to discuss diversity and rich culture with Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb? You want to discuss rich culture and diversity with bandits in the north? You want to discuss diversity and rich culture with people that have no regard for you. That Buhari is dead, they went to Sudan. Instead of them to come to the people and say, oh, we are one Nigeria, our head of state is no longer alive, what do we do? They went all the way to Sudan to go and bring somebody. That same idiot is speaking one Nigeria to you, and you are listening. Let's try and make it better. An animal is better than you because you cannot lose it. And here on this platform, on this radio Biafra, that Facebook is trying all they can to shut down, that everybody is accepting bribe from Nigeria to try to close down. We are telling you the very simple truth. Britain said that we should enjoy our diversity in Nigeria. The population is there, the market can grow, the economy can grow. And then there's an economy, that's why I was running the economy. It can grow, you will do very well. And then I'm asking Peter, if that is the case, if there is this love of diversity, why have you decided to leave the European Union? You talk about diversity, embracing people from different cultures. But even in Europe, you are all Christians in Europe, so we are led to believe. You all practice free market economy, isn't it? You all believe in free trade. You all believe in capitalism. You even have more in common in Europe than we have all the various ethnic groups in the zoo called Nigeria will ever have. But you decided to leave Europe. They are Christians. They believe in democracy. They believe in the rule of law. Why have you decided to leave them? And in Nigeria that you created, you want us to fuse together with people who do not believe in democracy, with people who do not believe in the rule of law, with people who believe in terrorism and violence as a tool and as a means to advance their cause. I'm asking Britain. I want this stupid debate about diversity. You grow. If you look at how the countries of the world, those who are making it, they are big in number. Babash. How many people actually live in Liechtenstein? Do you know a place called Liechtenstein? I'm not even sure up to 500,000 people there. Are they not doing very well? Why don't they go and subsume themselves in one monolithic political superstructure? Why not? We have never done it. We were in Switzerland a few months ago. Is Switzerland not free even from the EU? Why is it that people cannot reason? They claim they go to school, but they cannot reason. The problem, the foundation I'm trying to lay for you is this. What is good for the geese is also good for the gander. Let me ask you this very question. If being in one huge, large family with diversity is a wonderful thing, how come Britain is not staying in Europe till today? Why have they decided to leave on the 31st of this month? Why? Ask yourself these pertinent questions. Within it lies reason. Only then can you reason. Because right now some of you are not reasoning very well. Look at Bishop Coker is complaining. The Christian Association of Nigeria is complaining. The Hausas in the north are complaining. Everybody is complaining. All we do is complain, 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 complain. And when the Yorubas did something about it, when they finally did something about it, you have people with the temerity, the guts to stand up and question what they are doing. The same thing that we did with BSS. The same thing that we did. It is quite bad. Everybody is complaining. All we do is complain, 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 complain. And when the Yorubas did something about it, when they finally did something about it, you have people with the temerity, the guts to stand up and question what they are doing. The same thing that we did with BSS. The same thing that we did. It is quite pathetic that today, even Hanese is not congratulating Yoruba people for what they have done. But they cannot achieve the same level of unity in their own household. Why is that? Because they have spent nearly 50 years as boy to Fulani. They don't have the moral impetus to stand up and speak. They hide behind Yoruba, behind Amotek. Oh, you've done well. And nobody is asking them. When your people, when IPOB floated the same security outfit, what did you do? They won't ask the question. How can they ask? They will never ask. This evening we must educate the world. We must let them understand what is happening. That this is Radio Biafra will preach the truth. Here, everything happening in the zoo, Nigeria, from Amoteku to people now is from this platform, from this Radio Biafra. Without Radio Biafra, without IPOB, there will be no restructuring, there will be no Amoteku, nothing. Fulani will pick you up one after the other. That's a fact of life. Britain loves diversity. I think we think there is a strength in unity and diversity. You die. How? If there is strength in unity, ask Britain, United Kingdom, if there is strength in unity, why aren't you in the European Union? Why did you decide to leave? There's no terrorism. Germans are not killing French. French are not killing the Belgians. No. There is peace everywhere and there's prosperity. Yet Britain left. And you're asking us to stay in a cauldron of hell. In a hell. Oh my God. Where people are being slaughtered on a daily basis, the courts no longer operate. The police and the army is an extension of the terrorist movement. You're asking people to stay in such a union. But you left European Union that is working. I'm sure after tonight they will not talk about unity again in Nigeria. I'm not sure Britain will talk about it again. That is why we preach the gospel of truth. Honesty, that the whole world may bear us witness. Facebook is wasting their time. They are wasting their time. If you think that because when we preach, if we see maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people listening, we will say, things are going bad, you're dreaming. After this broadcast, it will be recorded, it will be pushed to the ends of the earth. Everywhere we will play it on Radio Biafra FM relay stations in Biafra and in Lagos. Everywhere the world will keep listening. So you are wasting your time. You are collecting anyway. It's funny regime. They're so stupid. They pay money to anything to stop Biafra. They will give money to any idiot to stop Biafra. But you have never succeeded in the past. How can you succeed now? Do you know how learned we are? We're only showing you what we're capable of until we march, and then you will understand that Kaki and Led are not the same thing. You soon know. We are going our separate ways, not because we hate anybody, but because we want to preserve our lives. Nigeria has never been good for anybody. It was not good for the Hausas. Since the Fulani people came into Nigeria, Nigeria has never been good for anybody. They dealt with the Hausa. Those ones foolishly joined them to deal with the others, all the way to Yoruba. Yoruba joined them to work against Biafra. But now, as you know, that is why prayer, let me not say prayer before Khan, we say prayer will solve everything. No, prayer without work is meaningless, of course. Now listen, the reason why everybody is waking up now is because of the gospel being preached on Radio Biafra. That is a fact of life. If you like to deny it all you can within you, that is a fact of life. That rejected stone, that Biafra that was kicked to the curb, that same Biafra they lied against, that same Biafra they mocked, it is that same Biafra that is now raising the consciousness to allow them to mount a credible resistance against the expansionist tendencies of the Fulani Janjaweed. We must continue. Britain is telling you, remain in one Nigeria. You are all good together. We are being slaughtered every day. Have you then noticed what happened during Jonathan's regime? Go and Google it. How Britain, how America under Obama, EU were issuing statements every day. Government must do something. You must stop this. But now there is so much killing. You don't hear from them anymore. None of them is talking. Do you know why? Because their favorite people are in power. Despite the fact that everybody knows, even from what transpired a few days ago at Buckingham Palace, where Jubilee was missing, he didn't know. They will ask. If they had known, they would say that the etiquette demands that you take off your hat when you come. The cosmetic people, the what do you call it? The makeup artists would have done something marvelous before that. They never knew. Once Jubilee came and they told him, you have to take off your hat, or he ran away from that very event. And so I thought, Buhari is back. He's at Asarok now. He's in Asarok now. Buhari is back. From Channels TV, Buhari is back. From one to the other. Fools, they will never ask. These are journalists. They will never ask a simple question. Why did you not attend that very banquet? They won't ask. That's what we call them a zoo. They will never ask the very serious and difficult questions that genuine answers may be sought.